Hello, please subscribe. Today we have to describe autotrophic nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition is the process of acquiring energy and material or nutrients. The carbon is the most fundamental material required by living organisms. Living organisms can be grouped on the basis of their source of energy or source of carbon. There are two suitable forms of energy: light energy and chemical energy. The organisms using the light energy called photosynthetic organism or phototroph, while those using chemical energy are described as chemotrophic organisms. Most plants have no structures for ingesting or digesting food. They have no mouth, no digestive system. The plant's material is rich in carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Instead of obtaining their food from other organisms, plants make their own food using simple ingredients. The reason why they are described as autotrophs. Organisms which have an inorganic source of carbon are described as autotrophic organisms. Those having an organic source of carbon are described as heterotrophic organisms. The largest group are the photosynthetic organisms, means plants and algae, and the chemoheterotrophic organisms such as animals and fungi. This is a structure illustrating the flow of energy. Light energy falls on photosynthetic organisms, then they produce carbon dioxide and oxygen. Carbohydrates and oxygen. Carbohydrates and oxygen are used by animals, fungi, and other bacteria for producing energy during respiration. Now, during respiration, carbon dioxide and water also produced, then used as raw material of photosynthesis. Why do living organisms need energy? Energy may be defined as capacity to do work. Energy can either be created nor destroyed. The law of conservation of energy. The energy may occur in various forms such as light, chemical, heat, electrical, mechanical, and sound. The energy is used for synthesis of substances, for growth and repairing, active transport of substances into and out of the cell, for cell drinking and eating, pinocytosis and phagocytosis, electrical transmission of nerve impulse, mechanical concentration of muscles, beating of cilia and flagella, transforming energy to maintain the constant body temperature, production of light by living organism, and electrical discharge. What is photosynthesis? A typical plant takes in carbon dioxide from air and water from soil and boils these up into sugar and other complex substances. The oxygen is released as waste product. The energy in the chemical bonds of the raw materials, carbon dioxide and water, is less than the energy in chemical bonds of the product. The reaction is antagonic and requires external source of free energy. This energy is supplied by sunlight falling on the plants. The green pigments, chlorophyll, traps light energy and convert it into chemical energy to make sugars. The process of using sunlight to build up complex substances from carbon dioxide and water by the presence of chlorophyll and light called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a complex process taking place in a series of small steps. 6 carbon dioxide molecules plus 12 water molecules by the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll make 1 sugar molecule, 6 molecules of oxygen, and 6 molecules of water. Carbon dioxide and water are described as reactants. Then glucose, oxygen, and water are described as products. The water on both sides reflects the fact that the oxygen produced by photosynthesis is from water. 2 water molecules are required to produce 1 oxygen molecule. The hydrogen in glucose is also from water. two main stages of photosynthesis: light dependent, in which water is broken down into hydrogen and oxygen using light energy, and light independent stage, in which hydrogen reacts with carbon dioxide to form carbohydrates. Water is reformed in this reaction. The light-dependent stage happens only in the light. Light-independent stage happens both when it is light and when it is dark. Converting glucose to other substances. Glucose from photosynthesis is used as raw material for other chemical reactions. Glucose is main substance for respiration. Some glucose is converted into carbohydrates or cellulose to form cell wall, sucrose to be transported to other parts of the plant, and starch for storing. Some of the glucose combined with minerals from soil to make protein and other complex substances. The site of photosynthesis. Leaves are the main site of photosynthesis in most plants. It can take place in any green parts. These green parts have chloroplasts, which contain all biochemical machinery necessary for the light-dependent and light-independent stage of photosynthesis. Each chloroplast consists of two or double membranes enclosing gelatinous matrix called stroma. The stroma contain ribosomes, circular DNA, and enzymes used in photosynthesis. The membrane are covered with chlorophyll and other pigments, enzymes, and electron carriers. The system consists of many flattened fluid-filled sacs called thylakoids, which form a stack called grana at intervals with lamella between the grana. During the year 1960 century, it was shown that both chloroplasts and mitochondria contain DNA and ribosomes. Have also circular DNA, no chromosomes, no nucleus, with small ribosomes, 70S. This suggests that they might represent prokaryotic organisms which invaded eukaryotic cells. These organelles represent an extreme form of symbiosis, a theory known as endosymbiont theory. Photosynthetic bacteria, prokaryotes, do not contain chloroplasts. Their photosynthetic pigments are located in membranes distributed throughout the cytoplasm. Thus, the whole cell is similar to one chloroplast and is approximately the same size. It is now believed the chloroplasts are descendant of photosynthetic bacteria. It has been shown that while chloroplasts and mitochondria do code for and make some of their own proteins, some of their genes have moved to the nucleus of the cell, and so task is now shared with nuclear DNA. This explains why they can no longer live independently. Evaluation. Define the term photoautotrophic and chemoautotrophic. Photoautotrophic use light energy from the sun as an energy source for synthesizing organic compounds from inorganic materials, with carbon dioxide as a source of carbon. Chemotrophic organisms use organic compounds which are synthesized from pre-existing organic source of carbon using energy from chemical reactions. Make a list of the ways in which the structure of the leaf contributes to its successful functioning. Large surface area to volume ratio for maximum trapping of light and efficient gas exchange. Presence of the stomata, pores in leaf for gas exchange, mainly locates in shade lower epidermis. Quad cells to regulate opening of the stoma. Mesophyll cells containing special organelles for photosynthesis. The chloroplast containing chlorophyll. Vascular system supplying water, minerals, and remove products. During photosynthesis, what gas is? A raw material, carbon dioxide. B, a product, oxygen. Give the precise location in a typical terrestrial plant of A, light-dependent stage. Answer, thylakoid or granum. B, light-independent stage. Answer: stroma. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe. See you.